Muy difícil. Chapter 1. I wanted to beginners. In England, everything is different. You must understand that when people say England, they sometimes mean Great Britain, England, Scotland, and Wales. Sometimes the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and North Ireland. Sometimes the British Island, England, Scotland, Wales, North Ireland, and Republic of Ireland, but never just England. One Sundays in Europe, the poorest person wears his best clothes, and the life of country becomes happy, bright and colorful. On Sundays in England, the richest people wear their other clothes, and the country becomes dark and sad. In Europe, nobody talk about the weirds. In England, you have to say, "Nice day, is it?" about 200 times every day. Or people think you are big boring. In Europe, you get Sunday new peppers on Monday. In England, a strange country, you get Sunday new peppers on Sunday. On European bus, the driver used the bell if he was to drive on past a bus stop without stopping. In England, you use the bell when you want the bus to stop. In Europe, people like their cats, but in England, they love their cats more than their family. In Europe, people eat good food. In England, people think that good manners and the table are more important than the food you get to eat. The English eat bad food, but they say it tastes good. In Europe, important people speak loudly and clearly. In England, they learn to speak slowly and quietly, so you cannot understand them. In Europe, clever people show that they are clever by talking about Aristotle, Oracle, and Monte. In England, only stupid people try to show how clever they are. The only people who talk about Latin and Greek words are the who have not read them. In Europe, almost every country, big or small, fake words to show they are the best. The English fit words against those people who think they are the best. The English already know which country is really the best. Europeans cry and they quietly get angry. Instead of this, the English just look quietly and their problems. In European people are either honest without you or they lie to you. In England, people almost never lie, but they are almost never quite honesty with you either. Many Europeans think that life is a game. The English think cricket is a game. Ah. Chapter 2. Introducing people. This part of the book tells you how to introducing people to other people. Most importantly, when you introducing strangers, do not say their name so that the other person is able to hear it. Usually, this is not a problem because nobody can understand your accent. If somebody introducing you to a stranger, there are two important rules to follow. One, if he put out his hand to shake yours, do not take it, smile and wait. When he stops trying to shake your hand, try to shake his. Repeat this game all afternoon or evening. Quite possibly, this will be the most amusing part of your afternoon or evening. 2. The introduction are finished and your new friend asks if you are well, how do you do? But do not forget, He does not really want to know. To him, it does not matter if you are well or if you are dying of terrible illness. Do not answer. Your conversation will be like this. How do you do? Well, good health. Not sleeping very well. Left foot hurt a bit. One or two stomach problems. A conversation like this is only English, and you forgiving. When you meet somebody, never say please to meet you. English people think this is very rude. And one other thing, do not call foreign languages teachers, doctors, dentists, or shopkeepers doctors. Everybody know and that the like word doctor means that you are a Central European. It is not a good thing to be a Central European in England, so you do not want people to remember. Chapter 3. The weather. This is the most important subject in the land. In Europe, people say he is the type of person who talk about the weather to show that somebody is very boring. In England, the weather is always an interesting, exciting subject, and you must be good at talking about it. Chapter 4. Example for conversation. For good weather. Nice day, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? The sun. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, wonderful, isn't it? It's so nice and hot. I think it's so nice when it's hot, isn't it? I really love it, don't you? For bad weather. Terrible day, isn't it? Isn't it unpleasant? The rain. I don't like the rain. Just think they like it this in July. It rain in the morning, then a bit of sun and then rain, rain, rain all day. I remember the same July day in 1936. Yes, I remember too. Or was it 1928? Yes, it was. Or in 1939? Yes, that's right. Now look at the last few sentences of this conversation. You can see a very important rule. You must always agree with other people when you talk about the weather. If it is raining and snowing and the wind is knocking down trees and someone says, nice day, isn't it? Answer immediately, isn't it wonderful? Learn this conversation by heart. You can use the again and again. If you repeat this conversation every day for the rest of your life, it is possible that people will think you are clever, polite, and amusing. Listening to the weather report of the radio, and you will hear different weather report for the different people. There is always a different report for farmers. For example, you heard tomorrow it will be cloudy and cold. There will be a lot of rain. Then immediately after this you heard weather report for farmers. It will be bright and warm and there will be a lot of sunshine. Farmers do important work for the country, so they need better weather, you see. Often the radio tells you that it is a nice day, but then you look outside and see that it is raining or snowing. Sometimes the radio says it is a rainy day and you see that the sun is shining brightly. This is not because the weather people have made a mistake. It is because they have reported the right weather as they want it to be, but the some troublesome weather from another part of the world moves in across Britain and changes the weather picture. If British, the weather has to mix with foreign weather. Things are not looking very good. Chapter 5. Soul not quite saying what you mean. Foreigners have soul. The English do you not have soul. In Europe, you find many people who look sad. This is soul. The word kind of soul belong to the Slav people. The Slav are usually very deep thinkers. They say things like this: sometimes I'm so happy and sometimes I'm so sad. Can you explain why? You can explain. Do you not try? Or perhaps they say, I want to be in some other place, not here. Do you not say? And like you to be in some other place too. All this is very deep. It is soul, good soul. But the English have no soul. Instead, they say less than they mean. For example, if a European boy wants to tell a girl that he loves her, he goes down on his knee and tell her she is the sweetest, most beautiful, and wonderful person in the world. She has something in her, something special, and he cannot live one more minute without her. Sometimes, to make all this quite clear, he shot himself. This happens every day in Europe, country where people have soul. In England, the boy put his hand on the girl's shoulder and say quietly, "You're all right, you know." If he really loved her, he say, "I really quite like you." In fact, if he want to marry a girl, he say, "I say, would you?" If he want to sleep with her, I say, "Shall we?" Chapter 6. Tea. Tea was once and good drinks with lemon and sugar. It tastes very pleasant. But then the beverage decided to put cold milk and no sugar into it. They made it colorless and tasteless in the hands of the English. Tea became an unpleasant drink like dirty water, but they still call it tea. Tea is the most important drinks in Great Britain and Ireland. You must never say, I don't know, want a cup of tea, or people will think that you are very strange and very foreigner. In an English home, you get a cup of tea at 5 o'clock in the morning when you are still tiring to sleep. If your friends bring you a cup of tea and you wake from your sweetest morning sleep, you must not say, I think you are most unkind to wake me up and I'd like to shop you. You must smile your best 5 o'clock smile and say, thank you so much. I do love a cup of tea at this time in the morning. When your friend leaves the room, you can throw the tea down the toilet. Then you have tea for breakfast. You have tea at 11 o'clock in the morning. Then after lunch, then you have tea and tea time, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then after supper and again at 11 o'clock at night. You must drink more cups of tea if the weather is hot. If it is cold, if you are tired, if anybody thinks you are tired, if you are afraid before you go out, if you are out, if you have just returned home, if you want a cup, if you do not want a cup, if you have not had a cup for some time, if you have just had a cup, you must not follow my example. I sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have coffee for breakfast. I drink black coffee again and again during the day. I drink strange and unusually teas with no milk. And tea time. I have these funny foreigner's ways, and my poor wife, who was once a good English woman, now has them too, and sorry to say. Chapter 7. Sex. European men and women have sex life. English men and women have hot water bottles. Chapter A. The language. When I arrived in England, I thought that I knew English after I been here an hour and realized I did not understand one word. In my first week, I learned a little of the language, but after 7 years, I knew that I could never use it really well. This is sad, but nobody speaks English perfectly. Remember that those 500 words the ordinary Englishman use most are not all the words in the language. You can learn another 500 and 500 2000 and another 5,200 after that, and you will still find another 15,000 you have never heard of. Nobody has heard of them. If you live in England for a long time, you will be very surprised to find that the word nice is not the only object in the English language. For the first 3 years, do you not need to learn or use any other object? You can say that the weather is nice, a restaurant is nice, Mr. So and so is nice, Mr. So and so clothes are nice. You have a nice time. And all this will be very nice. You must decide about your accent. You will have your foreign accent, all right, but many people like to mix it with another accent. I knew apologies. You have a strong Irish accent. People thought he was very interesting. The easy way to show that you have a good accent or no foreign accent is to hold a pie or sugar in your mouth to speak through your teeth and finish all your sentences with the question listening. People will not understand you, but they will think that you probably speak very good English. Many foreigners try hard to speak with an Oxford accent. The city of Oxford has a famous university. If you have an Oxford accent, people think that you mix with clever people and that you are very intelligent. But the Oxford accent hard your true is hard to use all the time. Sometimes you can forget to use it, speak with your foreign accent, and the where are you? People will laugh at you. The best way to look clever is to use long words. Of course, these words are often all Latin and Greek words which the English language has taken in. Many foreigners have learned Latin and Greek in school, and they think that it is much easier to learn these words than the much shorter English words. These words are usually very long and make you seem very intelligent when you talk to shopkeepers and postmen. But be careful with these long words. They do not always have the same meaning as the ones had in Latin or Greek. When you know all the long words, remember to learn some short ones too. Finally, there are two important things to remember. One, do you not forget that it's much easier to write in English than to speak English because you can write without a foreign accent. Two, when a bus or in the street is very to speak quickly in good German than to shove loudly in bad English. Anyway, all this language bonus is not easy. After 8 years in the country, a very kind woman told me the other day, you can speak with a very good accent, but without any English. This is Unit 7. In this unit, we practically describe past activity using used to. We talk about habits and situations in the past that are different now. For example, I used to play outside every day when I was a child. We also practice negative and question forms. In addition, we're learning how to compare the things used as. We use it to say that two things are equal. For example, this movie is as interesting as the other one. We practice many examples about music and movies to understand the structure better. This is Unit 8. In this unit, we practice using time expression, like form, and science with the present perfect. We're learning that science is used for a specific point in time, and form is used for a period of time. For example, she has lived here since 2020, and she has lived here for 3 years. We also practice the present perfect continuous. For example, she has been living here for the 3 years. We compare with both forms with learning when to use H1. This is Unit 9. In this unit, I learning how to talk about obligation and permission clearly using modal verbs. We practice expressions like you have to follow the rules in this company, which show obligation. We also practice strict prohibition like you must not smoke here. In addition, we're learning how to ask for permission and give permission in different situations. We understood that modal verbs help you explain rules, responsibility, and permission correctly. Moving on to Unit 10, we study the passive voice in the present and the past. We're learning that we use the passive voice when the action is more important than the person who does it. In the present, we use am, is, or are plus the past participle. For example, honey is made by bees. In the past, we use was or were plus the past participle. For example, the house was built in 1990. We practically changing sentences for active to passive forms. In Unit 11, we study first verse. In Unit 11, we study phrasal verbs. We're learning that phrasal verbs have verb and a small word like up or out, and sometimes the meaning is very different. For example, get up means to stop training. We also review the second conditional we use in talk about in real or imaginary situation. For example, if I had more money, I would travel more. This means I do not have more money now. In Unit 12, we study report speech with modal verbs. We're learning how modal verbs change. For example, I can swim because I said he could swim. We also learning the many changes to mean. Finally, we review vocabulary about action and small accident.